Hi, I'm Gigi.
And I'm Jeff.
A few years ago, we lived simply in Sicily, but a hurricane sent us back to the U.S. Now we're returning in March to search the North Coast from Capo di Orlando to Cefalù for a sea view home we can walk into a centro storico from our home. On this channel, we'll share house tours, neighborhood walks, how much everything really costs, and the real-life bits not shown in glossy videos. If you love Sicily, slow travel, or house hunting abroad, hit subscribe and come along. New videos every week. See you soon. Thanks so much.
So we're kind of taking a little bit of a chance, but we decided to get our garden started a little early this year. It's been a grateful, we're so thankful that we haven't had a hurricane. So we've been starting little planters. I got some eggplant and this nice mint growing and some cauliflower and broccoli. And the fig is producing like crazy. Also, we have cucumbers and tomatoes. That's what we're doing now.
This is a little preview of what happened last year. We had a great garden with a great harvest. We got so many tomatoes, a lot of peppers. Bok choy was a big hit. Here's some of the fruitage that we put together. We made some nice sauces. Look at the size of this tomato. So we're looking forward to next year. We decided that we were going to start a little early. So we thought we'd just take you through our garden for what it looks like right now, which is in the middle of September. Hope you enjoy.
So this is what our garden is looking like now. I have all of these are planted with 4 different kinds of tomatoes. Jeff's still working on a couple of the bottoms. When you get these food grade, we get special soil from Sam. We'll link his information there here in the area. He's great, and he has this awesome soil. You can even look at the color of it. And it comes in these food grade buckets, so we just drill holes in them and plant them, and we've had great success with that. This spinach tree is just doing awesome. We did get a couple new additions. We got a water meter that we can really kind of test our soil for each plant, and that seems to be working out well, so we know when to water and when not to. And this is just a rogue, looks like some kind of a squash, and we're just seeing what happens with that. And as you can see, I used a lot of organic and zone 10A and B plants. So we're trying, this is a China Jade cucumber that's supposed to grow really well here. So I'm trying to use the kind of special plants that take really well to the heat. And it is still in the 90s here during this week with a high and a low of like 74, 5. So it's a little bit chancy on some of these plants, but everything's coming up nice. You can see all the little plants coming up. And I always plant my companion plants with it. So my basil, sage, my aromatics, like the chives and the garlic, I plant all that in here, along with some marigolds. I just planted some marigolds. And I'm trying to save this nasturtium from last year, but it's not looking very well. We'll see. I'll have to plant some more. So we have beets, arugula, lettuce. We have, and I made these little signs out of clay. So here we have peppers. And in case I forget, which I do often, we have some lettuce here and cucumber, spinach, and some dill I planted on the end. The dill wasn't doing well, so I planted some marigolds there because all of these will help all the plants. If you want to know what goes with what, just search for companion plants for certain things and what not to plant next to each other. Now this garden I started a month ahead, so you can see the difference. We have some things, really nice things coming up. And here's Jeff, he's getting that ready. Clever boy. All right. I have like 2 more of those that we're going to plant more tomatoes in because I like to make sauce. So we have, these are more mature So they're coming up nice. This is Swiss chard. I made these tags and I didn't make the right ones for the right plants, so I just wrote on the back of it, but the sun is already getting to it. It's faded. And then we have these chives, and this is really good. I think this is probably bok choy. I really do well with that. And this is a ginger, basil, and these are my carrots. These are the Carota carrots. They're supposed to grow better here. And then I staked some of these so that we have them tented and against the wire here. So I'm trying to grow some musk melon. They're kind of like in Italy we used to get those flat pumpkins, and so that's what these are. And a rogue tomato, they're everywhere. And then this is planted. I'm not sure what's going to come up, but I also did put some bee balm in there to get the bees to come over. This is cucumbers, those China jade cucumbers. And these are newly planted and they're looking great. This is the long beans. They grow like a foot long and they're supposed to really do well in this heat in Florida. And my jasmine is coming back. And then we have, this is the black beans. So I planted black beans right here. And then I planted some things on the very end, but everything's looking good. This year I wanted to try to grow something a little different. They're called cucamelons or cucamelons. It's a cucumber that looks like a watermelon, and they like to grow on pretty high. So we had this old bird feeder. After we replaced the bird feeder over there, we just left this and we're going to use it to grow cucamelons. Looking forward to my roses doing really well through the winter. That's when they grow the best. But they have given me flowers all summer long, which is amazing because we've had high temperatures. One of the things that we did was grow a cassava plant. So after you harvest it, you can just take what you cut off and plant them. So we put all the cassava on this side of the house here. So that's our garden for today. Hope you enjoyed. Ciao for now and tune in next week. We'll give you some more updates about our trip planning.